and welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, hi, my name is Jennifer, and today I am doing a collab with the fabulous Yadi from Yadi Beauty, picture above. And we're doing a really fun collab. Yadi brought this to me. You know, Yadi always has amazing ideas. I've said this before in a couple of my other videos. She has so much energy and is excited about all these new types of videos and collabs that she's seen or that she comes up with. And this one is one that I think has been around for a while. It was Taylor Wynn and Jessica Braun who did it. And it was basically the most underrated products that you love, like the top 5, and a switch. So what I did is I told Yadi, these are the top 5 that I think are underrated, that I use all the time. And she did the same for me. I will be using the 5 products that she recommended today on the channel, and I will intersperse my trying them out with her talking about them. And then the same thing will be true over on Yadi's channel. So what we have today, the 5 products that she said were favorite products that she feels are underrated, are the Huda Beauty Tantor Contour and Bronzer Cream. Now obviously, Yadi and I are gonna have these in different colors. So like, let's say I'm just using this as an example. If I said Chanel blush is underrated and it's my favorite, it's not underrated, everyone loves it. I'm just using it as an example. She could pick any shade she wanted because we have different skin tones. They wouldn't necessarily, you know, all work for both of us. So basically it was the product, not necessarily the specific color or shade. So I have this one, the Tantor in Fair. Whoa, as I knock it over. And that's what it looks like. It kind of looks like the Chanel, the Tan de Chanel, a little bit smaller, but you know, that's the idea, I think. Then the Too Faced Shake Your Pom Poms. Sorry, it just made me laugh. Eyeshadow palette. I don't know why that made me laugh as much as it did. It's not that funny. Just, I'm having that kind of day. The e.l.f. Cream Blush Palette in Soft. The MAC MAC Mineralize Skinfinish in Global Glow, a luminizer. And then the Milani Conceal and Perfect Longwear Concealer. And I believe I bought it in the lightest shade, I'm not absolutely sure, in Ivory Rose. So what we'll do is we'll have Yadi talk about the product, and then I'll show you me using it again, and then me using it. You get the picture. All right, let's do the concealer first. I'll bring you in a little bit. First, let me pull back my hair because, as we know, my hair gets in the way of everything. First, let's listen to Yadi talk about the concealer product.
Hey Jen, thanks so much for letting me pop in on your video. So I want to tell you a little bit about each of the products that I recommended that you try. In my opinion, they are underrated, and so I'm so excited to hear what you think of all of these products. I'm going to talk about the products in the order in which I would apply them. So the first underrated product that I think maybe had a slight second on YouTube, but I don't really find too much content on, I don't really hear people talk about it much, is the Milani Conceal and Perfect Longwear Concealer. Here it is. I think it's such a great concealer. It provides such beautiful medium coverage. It doesn't cake up under the eyes. It gives you the most flawless finish. I do have to set this, but once it's set, it stays on for a long, long time. So I definitely do think that it does hold up to the Longwear claims on this. Again, from the drugstore, I feel like Milani just does makeup so well. So I'm excited to hear what you think.
Okay, we're back. Thanks, Yadi. All right, so let's go ahead and try the Milani Conceal and Perfect. This is in 105 Ivory Rose. And if you've been watching my channel, you know that I don't really use a lot of concealer, if any concealer, because my skin is so dry that, I don't know, concealer never works for me. I try it and it just looks bad. All right, so I put that on. It does have a slight scent. It's very slight. And I'm just gonna pat it in because I feel like the warmth of my fingers helps me with concealers. Again, because of the dryness. I like pat a little bit, and then I'll use a sponge to like sponge it out. But I like to start like that just because it seems to like warm up the concealer. That doesn't feel bad. It accentuates the dryness a little. Pretty much every concealer does. I don't have like, I'm trying to think if there's any. So the brighteners don't, like the Chantecaille and the YSL, they don't. But pretty much any concealer, you're gonna see the dryness. You can't probably see it on camera. There's too many lights. But now let's try the Tantour. Like I said, I bought this in Fair.
The next product that I wanted to share with you is the Huda Beauty Tantour. And this is both, I guess, a bronzer and a contouring cream. I like it because I feel like the formula is just so beautiful. It melts onto the skin so nicely. Although it has really great pigment, and I do believe that it's available in light, medium, and dark, or medium to dark, it also blends out so smoothly and so beautifully. Let me just show you how we can get this really, really smooth blowout with the brush. Do you see that? So it looked really harsh initially, but you can really create some beautiful contouring and bronzing around the face. And I really, really love that. This is the Huda Beauty brush. I don't think you need it. I've used it with so many different brushes and it always works perfectly. I'm wearing it today, and although I don't contour very much, I feel like I can create just a really pretty, just a shadowing effect without being too cool toned or too bronzy. So I hope you like it. Let me know what you think.
It's a very warm shade. I'll swatch it on my hand for you guys too. So usually when I do a contour, I use more of a cool shade. In general, I don't do warm. But that looks nice. Put a little down, put some up here, and I'll sponge it in too, guys. Again, I like working with my fingers for a lot of these types of products because the warmth it smooths it out for people who have really dry skin. If you have oily skin, you don't necessarily want to touch your face a lot. I mean, it does depend on you. But for me, my skin is so dry that a lot of times if I go in with my fingers, it just seems to work better for me. Not always. Okay guys, what do we think so far? It looks really pretty. I love this. I love the Huda Beauty. This is really nice. This reminds me a lot of the Chanel, and I'm gonna assume it's a much, much cheaper price point. It's very similar to the Chanel. I didn't notice a scent either, which is nice. Let's do blush.
The next product is also one from the drugstore, and I am really, really excited about this brand. I had a full dedicated video to this brand, so I mean, I love most products in this line. And I'm talking about the e.l.f. Cream Quad Blush Palette. These are cream blushes, so I think it will work really, really nicely on your dry skin. But look at these colors. They're really, really pretty. They definitely have great color payoff. I'm wearing this rosy mauve color today. And I also feel like on my oily skin, it doesn't make my skin any oilier. It doesn't slip and slide anywhere. And I think that on your drier skin, it will just look really, really beautiful, create that flush of color, and it will stay put all day. You will have that pigment all day long. Excited for you to try this one.
So, I'm just looking to see if they have names. They don't have names, I don't think. It doesn't have names. Okay, so we're gonna use 2 shades today. We're gonna use this shade, we're gonna use this shade. I wanna try different shades. So I'm gonna use this one here first. You know what, I might not even use a brush. I might use a sponge. Ooh, this is a pretty shade. Yadi, I see why you like this. Oh, that went on really nicely. Very smooth. Cream blushes often work really well for people with dry skin. It doesn't accentuate lines. It's smoothing and it's creamy, so it's always nice. All right, so I'm gonna take this, like this little bit of this golder color, and just kind of put it on top. I know that sounds odd, but what I'm doing is kind of like, it's sort of like a little bit of a highlight. Not really, but oh, that's really beautiful. So far, liking all our picks. Good job, good job. Okay, so let's try out the Shake Your Pom Poms eyeshadow palette.
The next product is one that I picked up just standing in line at Sephora. I mean, I think they're so good about that. They fill the little Sephora line with so many goodies. And this time I'm talking about the Too Faced Shake Your Pom Poms little mini palette. These are the colors in the palette. Look at how beautiful those are. I think that they just blend out so nicely. They create a few different looks that I really, really love. So you can go in with the browns and provide a little pinky or champagne-y inner corner to highlight that. You can go in with a deeper brown and then add a pop of green, which we know is my love language. Today, what I did is I did the browns. I went in with the lighter shade of brown first, then I deepened out the outer V. I finished it off by going in with this lighter champagne-y shimmer color here. And then I popped on the green on the lower lash line. Not sure if you can see, but we had to, you know, add the green into the mix. But it's just a really beautiful everyday look. You can glam it up as much as you'd like to. You can smoke it out with this chocolate color. I also love it for traveling because it's just tiny. You get a few different looks in it, and I just like the quality.
And the shades are, it's just these names crack me up. R&R, Do Not Disturb, Tough Coconuts, Sun's Out, Buns Out, Get Laid Over, I'm Out of Here, Vitamin C, and Let's Bounce. And I will swatch them. My swatching won't be as good because I've run out of room on this hand and I'm right-handed, so bear with me. And those are the shades. Those are really pretty. We know that I have to use the shimmery green. That's going to happen. So let's start with the classic crease Sonia G brush. And I'm gonna go into this, I'm gonna do this one. It's like a apricot matte shade, it looks like. And let's start that in the transition. They look kind of powdery. There is a lot of kick up, but yeah, that's a good, it's a little bit deeper than my shade. It's a little bit deeper than my skin tone, but not by much. So far, so good, guys. It's buffing out well. Let's go in with the Crease Pro. Let's go into this deeper, it's like almost like milk chocolate. Yeah, I mean, these shades are actually really nice. They're pigmented, they go on beautifully. Maybe I'll pick up one of the Too Faced like gingerbread things. Chocolate gingerbread, whatever they do, pumpkin. I always want to get one because I love the smell of those things, but I'm always like, is it gonna be any good? But this, I mean, this is so far so good. Okay, let's go in with the Chikuhodo F06, and of course I'm gonna go in to the green sparkly shade because you knew I would. That's really nice. All right, let's put it all over the other eyelid. Yadi, I owe you one. This is a gorgeous palette. All right, then I'm gonna take this like light satiny shade and I'm gonna kind of put that right in the center on top. Wow, that is very pigmented and really pretty. Okay, let's go in with the mini booster, Sonia G mini booster, into that like brownish shade again. I keep calling it milk chocolate. And just deepen up, buff it out. Wayne Goss number 3. Need to wash my brushes, guys. Gotten to that point. Gonna take a little bit of that light cream shade. Gonna take a mixture of the chocolate and the green. Run it lower lash. That looks great. Let me bring you in close so you can see it before I put on any liner or mascara. So we only did 5 products, so the next 2 things that I use, the liner and mascara, won't be from Yadi's recommendation, so I'll just do it off screen. Okay, so here is the finished eye look with liner and mascara. And again, the liner and mascara are ones from Yadi's recommendation, so I just did those off camera really quick. So let me bring you back in and let's try the MAC Mineralize.
And the last product, and one that sort of took me a minute to figure out how to use for my skin tone, but I think that you will just absolutely love, is the MAC Mineralize Soft and Gentle Skin Finish Powder. Now, at first glance, and when I purchased it because I thought it was a highlighter. And reality is that on my skin, it definitely is a highlighter. I like to use it on the high points of my face, but as you can see, it gives a really beautiful, gentle, natural glow, which I really, really love, especially for work days and work Zoom calls nowadays. Now, the way that I feel that you will love this, I think you can use it in 2 different ways. You can pack it on a little extra for a highlight around the high points of the face, or you can also use this as a skin finishing perfecting product. So very, very similar to the Hourglass finishing powder. I think that this product is beautiful. I think that it looks really, really nicely on many different skin tones. And the powder is just so finely milled, but look at that. It has a really pretty lit from within glow. So yeah, I encourage you to use it as an overall skin finish or as a highlighter in the high points of the face. I hope you like it. Overall, I'm just so happy that you continue to work with me. Thank you so much for inviting me onto your video, friend. I hope you like all of the products. I'm so excited to hear your thoughts. And to all of your viewers outside of YouTube, I just want you all to know that Jen is an absolute gem. She is such a sweetheart. She is such a great friend. And yeah, I'm so excited to continue to see you grow and love you so much. Bye.
I'm gonna take my Sonia G Face 1, and instead of using this as a highlight, because I feel like the blushes were very highlighting in and of themselves, I'm gonna take this with this brush, go in and kind of stamp it first, and then I will like buff it all over the face. So I'll just kind of stamp, and then I'll just buff it in lightly. Wow, that is really beautiful. Look at that. Very glowy, healthy, gorgeous look. I love everything you recommended, Yadi. Great job, as always. All right, let me find a quick lipstick. Okay, we've got the full look now. So everything that's on my face that Yadi recommended, the Too Faced Shake Your Pom Poms on my eyes. I know Yadi recommended this one because of the green in it, and she's right. Love the green. It's stunning, it's gorgeous. The shades aren't like super pigmented. I wouldn't say that, you know, it's a Natasha Denona or Pat McGrath type quality, but for what it is, it's really pretty and it blended really well, and it's a gorgeous color story. The e.l.f. Cream Blush Palette, I love this. This is like a new winner for me. Like, that is gorgeous. The Milani Conceal and Perfect, I have to say, in the beginning it did look a little bit drying, but it blended in really, really well. I don't notice it accentuating the dryness now, so I mean, I'm gonna have to like keep an eye on it, but I think it looks really, really good. So the Huda Beauty Tantor. Again, this is basically like the Chanel Tan de Chanel. It's a little warm for me, but I think it looks good. You guys let me know. I think it looks nice on my skin. I got the fair shade, so you know, but I think it looks really good, and I like it. And then this MAC Global Glow Mineralize. This comes in like, I don't know, 5 or 6 different shades. And I am definitely glowy, but you know what? I kind of like it. It's not for the faint of heart. It's not like a subdued kind of look. I think it actually looks good. I look shiny, but I look healthy, and it's really pretty. I'm gonna have to check out the other shades in this. All right, guys. I think that's it. I loved everything, Yadi. Thank you so much for the recommendations. And I can't wait to see your video. If you've come over today from Yadi's channel, I hope you'll consider subscribing. I hope you enjoyed the video today. And thank you so much for joining me and spending time. I really appreciate it. Don't forget to hit like, don't forget to hit subscribe, and I'll see you in another video really soon. Thanks. Bye-bye.